What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Mark, the chosen one. I am over here at 405, another episode of the 34. Before we get started, really quick, I've been gone for a little bit, and it almost seems like I leave every time I start back up. I'm not doing it on purpose, guys. I just wanted to take a vacation. I went to Hawaii, just enjoyed it. And while I was gone, the 34 did get some upgrades done. And what I mean by that is I got the gears and the front diff and the rear diff done. So just so you guys know what it has, and when the car goes up on the lift later on today, I'll show you guys. But I have a R32 front diff with a Quaife 1.5-way LSD and the 411 gears. R32 diffs come with 411 gears. And in the rear, I have a R33 non-V-spec diff with a Quaife 1.5-way LSD in there as well, and 411 gears. R33 diffs have 411 gears. I also got new axles. I got R34 non-V-spec axles, and I'll kind of explain why that's important and why we don't want to do all that. But yeah, apparently the car drives great. I haven't driven it yet, but I wanted to put 411 gears on this car, and I wanted LSD on the front and rear. Fun fact, and it's not that fun, 34s, they don't come with, they say all-wheel drive, but it's really three-wheel drive. The front diffs does not have an LSD in it, so when the car spins, it picks which side it goes to. You're only getting three-wheel spinning. So if you really want that true all-wheel drive feel, then you need to get an LSD in the front. I recommend Quaife. It's a 1.5-way. So, and today we're gonna do all the Nismo undercarriage suspension, and I'm gonna show you guys when we put the car on the lift. But for now, it's good to be back. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Let's get these subscriber count up. I'll pay you guys back with good content. Now, just so you guys know what we're doing, we are putting the car back together. We had the bumper on, but Ivan over here, I get really anal about stuff like this. This little bracket, rusty. So we got a brand new bracket. Shout out to the twins. We're gonna put this bracket on. I'll replace this one another time, I guess. I didn't really notice that, but this is really pissing me off. So we're gonna replace this, put the bumper back on, put the wing blade back on, and we're gonna put the car on the lift over there, and I'm gonna show you guys all the Nismo parts, what we have for the undercarriage. This is the mesh, the old mesh on my front bumper. It's still pretty good, to be honest, but I had to get brand new mesh, Z-Tune mesh. Can't really compare the difference. But this is brand new. Fuck it, brand new. Everything is good. I got a brand new set, and it comes with brand new bolts and stuff like that. So I think a brand new Z-Tune mesh is like 225 bucks or something like that. 300 bucks, something like that. So yeah, might as well, while the bumper's off, just replace all the mesh. I do want it exposed, but I don't want to have any rock chips hit the fucking ARC intercooler, the new one. So we'll put the mesh on the front one. Fuck it. We'll put the front mesh on it. I don't want to fuck up the new ARC intercooler, but I will shove it forward. I'll shove it so fucking forward that you won't have you're gonna see it. I don't want to fuck it up. This one, there's no real chips or anything. It's just dirty. So you guys can wash that if whoever's gonna buy it. It's all good. But yeah, let's just replace all the mesh. Fuck it. The front mesh is on. It actually hides how dirty the intercooler is, so it's fine. We have the gas cap over there. We're gonna put the gas cap on. We're gonna put the wing blade on as well. Oh, as you guys can see, it got painted. Perfect. Yeah, everything's good to go, guys. It's time to install all this shit. All right, guys, as you guys can see behind me, first of all, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm laughing because I just recorded a fucking 10-minute segment and the fucking record button was not hitting, so I'm gonna do it again. As you guys can see behind me, I have all the Nismo suspension parts and shit laid out over here. Before we get into what they are and what we're gonna do on the car and all the updates on the car, since you guys have seen it last, I wanna introduce you to my male fuck buddy on Wednesdays. Mr. Arlen over here.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Gold member himself. He's got a shop called Counter Space Garage. He is a motorsport guru, and on Wednesdays, sometimes Thursdays, we do like the 69. I brought him over here because all these suspension components, in my opinion, I want somebody with a motorsport mindset, motorsport background to help not only install, but to make sure that things are torqued right and they're done right. And if he sees anything else on the car that is necessary for me to purchase, so that I can go ahead and restore it to what I want. What I'm trying to do with this car, Arlen, and you already know, is basically make it drive like new with upgraded and reinforced suspension
like
parts.
Basically, you bought it from the early 2000s.
Exactly,
like
but just better, because these are upgrades than OEM, and I want to go over exactly what that is. Just so before we get started, last time we were working on the GTR, you guys saw we installed the Aragosta suspension, the coilovers, the IKEA Formula upper arms and the rear arms with the Roborator Cup kit. Now, you guys saw that. What you didn't see is what I talked about earlier in this video, what was done underneath the car. Now, the rear diff has been changed. This is a R33 rear diff, non-V-spec with a Quaife 1.5-way LSD, and it has 411 gears, obviously, so the gearing has been changed. I changed my axles. I have R34 GTR non-V-spec axles, which bolts up to this hub with new axle boots, new everything, so it looks really, really nice and clean, okay? Because if you remember my OEM axles, they had a kind of rust and all this other bullshit, okay? In the front, we have a R32 GTR non-V-spec diff with a Quaife 1.5-way LSD installed as well, okay? And with new axle boots and stuff like that. So that's what we did, guys, and I wanted to do that while I was in Hawaii, while I was on vacation, because we needed to do that before we got into the suspension install. I wanted to make sure all that shit was done, and now we're gonna move to the suspension. So let me tell you guys what I got. Okay, so first up, we have the brand new, this just got released, the Nismo high-cas Delete. Apparently, high-cas is bad, and you wanna get rid of it. Do you know anything about high-cas and why it's bad?
High-cas is generally shit. I mean, the system in theory worked really well. A lot of the old 240s, you'll see that. You'll have 240s that high-cas too. So a lot of them get deleted, mainly because you have pump issues. It's like another component of early 90s technology that in theory works really well. And today we have remnants of high-cas that exist today in cars. It's essentially rear axis steering.
But I heard it locks up sometimes and it fucks up a lot of people.
So essentially it runs off of the Ateza ECS system, which is the R34's traction control, and 90s traction control, of course, is what it is today. So you have a few mechanical issues there, and it causes some issues for people who like to drive a little bit harder and things like that. Cars are getting faster. It can't keep up with tire compounds in today or brake compounds in today. So it kind of throws everything out of whack, so you might as well just delete the high-cas and get yourself those arms.
Perfect. Now, and what an elegant way to describe exactly why and what's going on here. Now, you don't have to get the Nismo ones. There's other off-brand ones you can get for like a couple $100, but I gotta go ballin', and these just came out, so it's gonna look really sick in the rear end. I got some power steering outer ball joints here, bushings. This I got just because it should make the car feel a little bit newer, like handling wise.
It'll help for steering slops, so like your outer tie rods, that's what directly connects your hub to your steering wheel from the steering rack. So if you guys feel a little bit of slop in there, that's either coming from your steering rack bushings, could be the outer inner tie rods, but a lot of times those outer tie rod bushings are blown. It's usually a wear item that happens every 50,000 or so miles, or depending on how you drive your car. Drift guys will change them all the time because they're always doing this.
Sure.
So it's something that you want to be aware of.
And usually guys, like, we love like sloppy stuff, but not on cars. Not on cars, okay? I got the rear lower control arms. This is Nismo, obviously, as you can tell, and this is reinforced. There's two kinds. There's the older version that's not reinforced. This is the newer version. You could see it has like these two holes. This is the reinforced. Obviously, it's really nice to get new arms because the bushings already come pressed in. And from my understanding, it's a lot simpler to just swap it in and don't have to press new bushings and things like that.
Essentially, like taking out the old ones require either you drill them out, you press them out, some people burn them out. There's always it's a messy job in general. So getting arms that have everything pre-pressed is nice because it just makes it bolts on, bolts off.
Yeah.
Torque it to spec and then you're good.
Exactly. So that's good. Over here, I have the rear, upper, front links for Nismo as well. It's self-explanatory, new bushings, everything. Nismo just made them just more reinforced. It's a little bit better. Over here, the front tension rod set with the circuit link here, this is discontinued from Nismo. I believe this front circuit link is completely discontinued. So shout outs to the twins who gave me their set. I really appreciate it. This whole setup right here with these joints, this replaces this whole thing on the bottom here, and it's supposed to be reinforced and strengthened, and it's a little bit better. Speaking of reinforcement, we have the front subframe brace here from Nismo. We have the rear. The center is on back order, so I'm waiting to get those, but that should be a simple bolt-on install. And outside of that stuff, that's it. That seemed pretty
much that covers everything you would need to do. I'll tell you now that this is pretty extensive versus what most guys will do. Usually you don't, especially these components in general, the Nismo parts are harder to come by. You'll see people go with like other off-brand stuff, and that's fine. But
like Cusco, that's a name brand stuff.
Cusco's good. IKEA Formula makes a few arms if you want more of the adjustable things.
Yeah.
You have a whole bunch out there that you can get for the R34 chassis because it shares it with 33, 32, and even some 300ZX and
S15 as well.
S15 components. So you have options if you were going to be doing this for your own R or S chassis car.
But it's an M-Spec nerd, and I needed to get Nismo. You know how it is.
If you have this car, this is standard.
Okay. So yeah, guys, so we're gonna eat and probably suck each other off, and then as soon as we're finished, we're gonna start with the install and kind of see where we're at.
Cool, I'm ready.
Okay, first things first, we're doing the power steering outer tie rods.
Yep.
And you can see this is the new one, this is the old one. Arlen?
So basically, even with just 40,000 miles of the car and sitting, it'll cause, you see there's a bunch of corrosion on the outside, you got grease popping out, ball joints all deflated. That's not doing anything anymore. You see how loose that is?
Yeah.
You're gonna feel that in your steering, just like the SPL links on your Tesla. But in this, it's much more robust. So it's not like a solid spherical bushing like we saw in the SPL links, but these, what they'll offer is more comfort, versus you won't get like a vibrating steering feel.
Sure.
Go ahead and spin this free. Sometimes they're a little stuck, so you could take a 13 or 15 and take a monkey wrench, you can start twisting it off.
Okay, let's fucking monkey fuck this bitch.
Once you got your old outer tie rod off and you marked it with a Sharpie back here, so you can kind of tell where everything's at. It's not gonna be exact, but you'll get close enough.
Close enough for the alignment shop to fucking...
to fix whatever you gotta fix.
Yeah.
But once that's done, you could just start hand threading it on easy like this. And as you can see, the new one threads on super smooth versus the old one. We had to use a 19 and a 13 to help it off.
That's so satisfying.
So now that it's all smooth right there. Because we kept everything in the same place, everything was there, it ends up exactly where it needs to.
You have to lock this back in?
So the way that it works is that this jam nut, as soon as so this goes in here, this locks in here, then we take that cotter pin. This jam nut locks into this and it prevents this whole linkage from moving.
Got it.
And that is how your toe is maintained and controlled. But you can already see now from the ball joint like how much more cushion that you have in here versus the other one's kind of dead and flat. So
I should have changed this too, huh? Or not necessary?
It's not really too necessary. The inner tie rods generally don't get a lot of damage unless like you hit a wall or something like that, or the car's really, really old and you've been driving it a lot.
But this is more important.
This is more important. Usually it's this part that gets serviced most of the time.
Okay. And you're not just saying that because that's all I had money to buy, right?
No.
Okay.
If I were to change, honestly, inner tie rods, usually I just like doing the whole steering rack setup because you also tackle steering rack bushings, which are right here and then right here as well.
Sure.
So when you do that whole thing, you kind of just refresh everything.
Okay.
So instead of tackling from like back to front, you kind of just knock the whole thing
One
out.
day.
Yeah.
I need more subscribers, guys, so I can make more money.
What are you at, 96 now?
No, I'm at like 57 or 58.
Get him more subscribers. So
Please, guys.
he can suck me off more. And
Yeah, I do it for
I can
free.
install more stuff.
Yeah. So you want the nut?
Yes, I want your nut.
Okay, I have a nut.
Well, the one in between your legs or
Yeah.
the one for this?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Once everything's set in place and you have everything there, you take your trusted power tool. You want to maintain pressure on the ball joint so that it doesn't free spin. So you want to push up on it like this. If you don't have giant gorilla hands like me, get a friend or use a jack with a piece of wood. That's how I used to do it sometimes, depending on the car. But once you have it there, you can give it 3 ugga-duggas. Don't overdo it because you will break it. So you can kind of feel it out.
Is it supposed to be like that, like sideways in?
Yeah, so, well, the thing is that this is on the ball joint, so it'll rotate.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, just like anything with a ball joint.
I can't. I'll just put that in so you guys know I'm stupid.
So once that's in, they're pretty much set to go. You could take a 19mm wrench or a torque wrench and pretty much go and torque it to the correct spec. I've been doing it for a while, so I kind of already have the feel for it. So usually I just grab a 19 and I just lock it in.
Does we have to do anything with this or no?
So this is that. So this one right here is already pre-jammed in. We could go ahead and cinch it down just so that when
it's not necessary because the alignment guy's
gonna break it loose anyways, and you are getting the car towed to the alignment shop, so it's not too necessary, but it is just a nice thing to do so that nothing, you know, ever goes wrong.
Sure.
But you're not gonna be driving at speed, so it's not gonna like back itself out and just shoot the wheel out, so you'll be fine.
Okay, cool. So how much horsepower did I just add? Because remember, I removed this brake duct. So that was like 2? Or?
Yeah, I'd say like 2. You're like reducing drag.
Yeah.
So now it's more aerodynamic in a sense.
More horsepower free. This is in. This is all in, guys. Now, on this side, we have, this is the OEM arm, and this is the Nismo lower circuit, they call it, with this and the tension rod. Now, why is this better? So, because this looks more reinforced.
This would be more reinforced in a sense, but we have to look at it that this is one whole cast piece. So cast parts always have the tendency they can crack because it's one whole piece that's casted together during the forging process. When you have a part like this, and let's say you get into a wreck where the car's in a racing condition, you hit a bump a little too hard, you'll bend this arm versus bending the whole arm. So when it comes for a change, you just have 2 bolts and you have the front, drop that, put a new arm in, and your caster's back in place.
So just from the design standpoint, it doesn't do anything. This is probably the only place where it's improving whatever the fuck is improving, right? These joints.
So this is still a cast piece.
Yeah.
But what you're mainly changing is that you want the ability to have a removable traction arm. You want that, like I said, for any case for repairs or anything, it makes it much simpler. You're not replacing a whole arm, and just for service in general, and it is a bit more rigid because this is now not a cast piece, but like almost like a piece of like chromolytic tubing.
Well, this joint, it looks like it's way more reinforced.
It's also a lot thicker as well. So if you look at the actual joint itself, it's a lot thicker on there. So it's plus like this is not a cast piece, like I said. This is more of like a reinforced piece.
Plus, it comes with all the other Nismo. These joints do come Nismo, guys. And let me just kind of show you. Does it say left or right, or it doesn't matter?
They should say left. Well, actually, they should be pretty universal.
But anyway, just want to show you guys. Okay, I had to step away to get bolts for this. While I was gone, what'd you guys do?
We replaced all 4 ball joints in the front.
Where is it?
So they're already down here.
Oh, these?
Yes, sir. They're already torqued down also. He started one side of the lower control arm. The other side he also started. He's waiting for you to bring back this one, the nuts.
Oh, it's supposed to be like that?
Yeah.
Where's that's how it's supposed to be? So the Nismo, you can't even see it. Are you sure it's supposed to be like this?
As he installed it, I'm gonna say so. Yeah, it looks right on me.
Damn, so we can't even see the Nismo underneath? Return this fucking piece of shit, bro.
Put a sticker and put another sticker on there.
No, man. Look, guys, I swear to God, it's Nismo. All right? Can you see that? I promise, dude. No, that's fine. It looks way better this way. Like, just this shot alone with everything on there. It already looks better. Anyone wants these? The rear high-cas delete. The high-cas system is out. The bitches, you have to press this out right here. So homie went to go get a press tool, ball joint tool. To be honest, we could probably install this rear upper link.
Yeah, we could do all that.
That's easy.
I'm taking all the spindle off. So.
Look at this, guys. It says Nismo. The rear link is installed. Now it's custom, bro.
I heard you did the whole front one by yourself.
I did. Well, not on camera.
Yeah.
But I have.
We know you did.
You can sign an attestation, and you probably could too, even though you didn't see me.
No, I know you did. It's
Okay.
once you get the concept, it's all pretty easy to do.
So we got a giant cock ring,
Yes.
or C-arm.
Yeah. So this is basically a ball joint clamp. You get these anywhere. This specific one's from Harbor Freight because the tool truck ones are really fucking expensive, and this will do the job just fine. But when you delete high-cas in the rear, you're actually going to need to remove this because you're going to be putting a new bushing that's going to be using a through bolt instead of a stud like this. So there's a couple different ways to do it. You can either remove the whole knuckle and get it pressed out, which in terms is the proper way to do it, but it's also extremely lengthy. Another way to do it is to get yourself one of these, a nice little heavy-duty socket. This one's a 14 millimeter. Once you put it on top, it'll center itself on the stud, and then you can go ahead and fit this whole bracket piece. So I need to go ahead and give myself.
Yeah, I like your hair, actually.
Oh,
I like
thanks.
the color, yeah. It really brings out your ass.
That was the intention.
It's nice. Carpet matches the drapes, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah, always. It's like when you paint your car, and then you gotta have like matching carbon fiber. That's why you got green
Exactly,
carbon.
exactly.
But yeah, so once you have this in, you can kind of take this plate right here and center it. So once you center it, this will actually allow the ball joint to push through. This will push on the ball joint here. And you can kind of move this around to make sure this is completely centered. There's different adapters for the tool, but because we're dealing with such a small stud, we kind of have to use this makeshift adjustment here. Once you do that, you can take your large 22. So once you put that back there, you can start cranking on it.
Is this gonna take my eye out?
It won't take your eye out, but it is gonna take a lot of effort. You got a breaker bar? So essentially the theory is to keep pushing it through, and it is going to take a while.
Really?
It's a lot of force.
What about like a gun?
A gun? You can use a gun, but a lot of the times I don't like using the gun because you're vibrating this, and you could strip this.
I see.
So you want to try to preserve the threads.
Holy shit, it's a big ass dick.
So you can use this. And make it a lot easier.
It's like giving birth.
Yeah. You just got to keep pushing. Sometimes it takes hours, and sometimes it takes minutes.
Fuck.
So you just got to keep going.
The second baby's hopefully easier.
Hopefully. That's one.
One? There's more than one?
Well, that's like a crack that I wanted to hear. So now you can see it kind of sinking in.
Uh-huh. I think it's a boy.
It's a boy?
I think so. Is your wife black?
No.
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't think the baby is yours.
I knew it. My dick wasn't big enough.
Nope. Sorry guys, this is the type of shop talk that was like real.
Yeah.
We can fake it and be like, but
Super technical and shit. Which, there's a time and place, but most of the time you're always talking shit with your boys.
yeah, basically.
There you go.
All right.
That's your old ball joint.
Well, you don't have to take the knuckle out, do you?
No.
You gotta listen to Motorsport.
Listen to more stuff.
Even though he put the front left circuit on backwards. Okay guys, we're gonna install the Nismo front brace. We removed this stock brace here, and what you're supposed to do is...
So if you take a look, we went ahead and loosened the power steering rack bolts. Same with the steering rack bracket on this side. So repeat that procedure, and then if you can see here, it comes with the speed clip nut certs,
Yep.
and you actually need to drill into the chassis. So you create another hole so that it gives you room to put it in, and once all that's said and done, it's a pretty simple install from there. So just...
And the brace is supposed to, it's gonna be like a 3.1,
two,
2 right here, and then 3 It's supposed to help keep the
Yeah.
chassis a little bit more
So
stronger.
you have your whole subframe and chassis connected, and it'll make everything feel a little bit tighter, a little less body roll, and it'll remove some of that floaty feeling.
And I can drift, right, if I want to, like Fast and Furious, like 4.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as long as it's not Fast and the Furious 6, I think you'll be good.
Okay. All right, guys. Front end is done. It's like completely done. So we have the tie rod, or the front tension rod, I should say. The front circuit link. Obviously, the upper arms. We did that last time with the suspension. We have the new outer tie rod for the power steering rack, and then we have the Nismo brace that just hooks up here, and to the power steering rack subframe, basically, because it hooks up to here. So it looks pretty sick. Nismo sticker. There's a nice little shot of everything, which you can kind of see from there. It looks really race car-y and cool, right?
You have all good-looking components.
Oh,
Everything just kind of goes together.
cool. I'm excited to drift this thing. Now we're gonna go in the back and just finish this up. We'll be done in about 5 minutes. Okay, so we're at the, just in case you guys are wondering how far we've gotten, we're at the lower control arms. I'm not gonna, there's nothing to show you here. It's been a bitch. We've had to take the axle out. By the way, new axle, new boots. Okay, very nice. And we're at the portion where, well, this was a bitch, putting these,
The new bushings.
the new bushings in. We had to put it in. I mean, guys, I've been fucking working too. I don't just film the fucking
Oh no,
camera.
Mark's been sweating. He's been sweating.
Okay, I can't film and fuck. You know how many times I wash my hands just to hold my camera for you guys? Now, what was I saying? Okay, well, let's put this lower control arm in. God damn it.
Mark, you need somebody to film for you so that there's a physical recorded evidence.
I know.
But then like all our hands are fucking dirty, so it's like
I know. I need one of those fucking, those mounts.
No, get a 360 cam and just like
Fuck the 360 cam.
Backpack that shit.
Fuck the 360 cam. Everyone on this channel hates the 360 cam.
Well, I mean when you're working on the car just to show that.
Yeah, I don't know. That cam's gives me
Which
nightmares.
360 cam are you using?
The best shit. The 1-inch fucking 6K one, bro. What it does is it distorts.
It crops it.
Not only that, but it distorts everything that's not in direct center. It's weird.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is nice.
much better.
Yeah,
I like
look at
this.
I can get like,
Can you see the cum that you left on earlier?
yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So if you want to show this real quick, if you feel the bottom of your lower control arm, there's a cone.
Oh yeah.
So you need that cone so it properly seats. If you don't have it, it's just gonna jiggle around in there.
And that's not the type of jiggling we're looking for, is it?
That's not exact. That is not the jiggle.
Okay, we're gonna put this lower control arm in, and then we have these rear braces we're gonna also throw in before we throw a bolt in there. Right? Before we throw a bolt in there, we're gonna put the other brace in, right?
Yeah.
Because it connects to that.
Yes.
Okay. Ah! Nismo! There. Still good.
It's a fucking hammer too.
Hold on, I should get a light, man. Hold on, let me connect my light. I'm gonna get my light for you guys. Action cam. Fucking things I do for this channel, dude. I swear. The things I do for this channel. The things I do for this channel, bro. Huh. Here it is, dog. There it is. All right, guys. No edits, no cuts. Just straight up live action. Now we got the light. There we go. As you guys can see, it says Nismo.
Hold this. and then slide that in between there.
Okay.
I'm gonna
put that bolt through. And all this does really is just tie everything together.
Helps give you a stronger rear subframe by tying everything together so it's a lot more stable.
During heavy stuff?
Generally, yeah. So like, you know, if you're getting like double penetrated or something like that.
I was seriously, if I decide to launch the car or whatever, like, does it help with wheel hop, or does it help?
It'll help keep everything more in line back here. The most major difference that you'll notice is the high-cas delete, because that's like a huge part of slop in the rear.
But that has nothing to do with what we're doing here.
No, this is completely separate. This really helps tie everything together. It should help with wheel hop and things like that, but it's one of those things where like, you don't start noticing a lot of the parts on your car making a huge difference until you start driving it to the limit.
Yeah. All right, guys. After how many hours?
We started at like, I got here at 1:30.
5 minutes last time you won.
I got here at 1:30. Yeah.
What time is it?
10:35.
All right. So.
Well, we also ate.
Yeah, we ate and whatever.
And we had to find tools, so.
But the whole thing's done. This whole Nismo high-cas delete, there's no videos or anything on it. I think I'm like one of the only ones that's done it, that it's like making it public at least. So we kind of had to go off of whatever the instructions really fucking suck, and we're just gonna go over the whole car. But everything's
hieroglyphics.
We got to read hieroglyphics, but the whole car is done. Let's just go over from the front to back just to kind of see what we did and what's next. So actually, I have my light charged. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hello.
What's your social security number?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And what's yours?
069 069 690.
Okay. Okay, so let's just go over the whole fucking thing again. What the car has and what we did. The Nismo lower circuit and the front tension rod. The front tension arm. This is fucking custom. Obviously we have the Argos to everything there. That's all we did for the front.
You're forgetting about your IKEA formula.
Well, yeah, of course I have the IKEA formula upper arms there. We have a Nismo sway bar, which was already on the car when it came with the car. I got a brand new power steering outer tie rod. We have the Nismo front brace, which makes it like a 3-point now, I guess, which makes it a lot stronger. I mean, it feels pretty fucking strong to me. Feels real.
It's real Nismo.
Okay, cool. I mean, the sticker says it. And then we move over towards the rear, where this is a lot of the fun. We have the right here.
Oh, that says Nismo up there.
I gotta sneak the camera in so it says Nismo. We have the lower control arms Nismo. We have the rear upper front links here. Okay, Nismo. And we also have the rear brace right here and right here. These are also Nismo. And then we also have the rear high-cas delete Nismo. We got rid of the whole high-cas. It's weird that there's no like bar that goes between these.
Yeah, generally there should be. I would think there would be, or at least from up here.
Yeah, but
Nissan, let us know.
Huh. But whatever, it looks really cool. So that, obviously you guys already saw the new axle boots and the new axles. These are 34 non-V-spec axles. You guys see the 33 non-V-spec rear diff with a Quaife 1.5 way in there. So I can't wait to drive. I basically can't wait to drive this car. Based on all the suspension components that I've done, it should make the car feel a lot better. And for like, let's say I want to launch the car or go crazy with it or drop the clutch or whatever, these diffs are a lot stronger than the VLSD diffs on the 34s. so they can just handle a lot more beating. So, you know, I'm looking forward to beat it up. And what's next, basically, by the way, Arlen,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no, anytime.
Thank you so much. What should we do? Awkward or whatever?
I want to interlock fingers with you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming out here and helping.
Thank you. You did work too?
I did some work, and of course,
Van did a lot of work.
Mr. Motorsport himself, Van, thank you so much for helping, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Shout outs to me. God damn it. I'm the fucking, I'm the mastermind. I paid for all this shit, and I'm the mastermind behind this project. But what is next for this car is, I'm really fucking tired, but what's next for this car is in a couple days, I'm gonna tow this car to get the full alignment done. I'm taking it to a pretty famous spot, a spot that's really well known in motorsport, called West End Alignment. And those of you guys that haven't heard from it, look it up. It's supposed to be godlike. It's supposed to be like one of the best spots, OG. So I'm gonna take the car there and we're gonna line it there, and then I'm basically gonna drive it around for a little bit, and then it's going to Enticed, where it's gonna do the full engine stuff. So now that the suspension's completely done underneath the car, now I'm gonna move to the engine, and then right after the engine should be done, that it's only gonna take 2 weeks, then I'm gonna move to the full interior. I have a full interior already for the car. I can't wait to show you guys what it is. The Supra is actually done painted, it's assembled, and it's gonna come here. Wait till the next video that I drop. It's gonna be about the Supra being fully complete. So I can't wait to show you guys. But if you guys want to see more, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. I'm gonna need that. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys like all the battering and all the gay jokes and all the fun shit, all the fuckery.
Subscribe to Mark if you want your butthole reamed.
Subscribe to me if you want your butthole reamed. That's what Arlen said, and you never know. You never know, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2023. But again, thanks for tuning in. I really, really appreciate you guys. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.